Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. So we're so close now to 10,000 subscribers. If you could just hit that subscribe button, drop this video a like and get involved and drop your thoughts on everything that I discuss in this video today. So I've been thinking about Villa and I've been thinking about areas in which we do really need to improve on. And we know that playing out from the back is going to be a very big thing for Unai Emery. And it's what we're going to, how we're going to start our attacks. And pretty much however we start a goal kick, to be fair, it's going to be starting from the back. And it's got me thinking to a rumour that we was linked with in the summer. And then I've been thinking about one player, and I just cannot get one player out of my head. And we'll talk about him in a little while. But I'm looking at a team like Newcastle, and I'm thinking how they went out and got that Sven Botman, and how crucial he has been to them. Not only the way in which he plays, but the vibe that they've got moving forward with him. So that the point I'm trying to make is that they've got a couple of players now that are going to be their mainstay. So however many ship out eventually, their finished article team pretty much will involve Sven Botman and a Guimaraes. So the point I'm trying to make with Villa is that I feel like we really now need to start making these big money signings, because they are just going to make our road to where we want to go quicker and it's more sustainable. So the vibe that I'm trying to make is that I feel like we've done okay so far at playing out from the back. It's looked okay, but you always feel like it's a little bit risky. It's a little bit like we're going to have a mare eventually. And we've seen a couple of times where we possibly could have had a mare. Martinez, when that one went past, I think it was Fernandez at Villa Park, and it was close to him getting on the end of it. We've seen that we had a slight mare against Brighton with the Dougie Luiz Martinez thing. So the point I'm trying to make is I do feel like we need a ball-playing centre-back in there. And although we've got Carlos, I feel we may need another one. And I'm talking about a top level centre-back that can do it all. Leads me on to Pau Torres. Now, this player is absolutely elite centre-back. And what we do know is that he has a release clause of 45 to 55 million pounds, which is a lot of money. It would be our ultimate record Aston Villa signing of all time. Do I feel like we need to show that intent? I think we do. I think we need to go out and do it. And I think we're about to embark on NSWE's biggest two transfer windows in January and the summer. And for me, this is going to be coming up to the two biggest transfer windows in their era. Because the way I'm saying, and the why I'm saying this is our biggest opportunity now to close that gap to the top. In my opinion, we've been messing about for 3 or 4 seasons. You know, we bring players in and we hope that they can reach that level. We've looked at trying to change the model at times. But for me now, it's all about back Unai Emery. Give Unai Emery whatever he wants, right? Whatever he wants. If he says he wants Pau Torres, go and get Pau Torres at all costs. Because we've now got a manager. And I'll go back to the quote that we heard from Suarez when he came in. Is that he said to Unai Emery, go and coach my team and win football matches. That was the quote from Suarez that we heard that he said to Unai Emery, go and coach my team and win football matches. So with that quote, with the manager that we've got, the winner that we've got in charge, the tactical genius that we've got in charge, you have to give him the tools to do his job and to get him where we need to be. At the minute, he's doing a fantastic job. 2 wins in a row. Absolutely fantastic. And I have no doubt that if this squad stayed the same as what it did now until the end of the season, we will probably finish in and around 10th, 11th place, I think. 10th, 11th place is where I think we'll finish. If you can give him the tools he needs, we can go up that league, right? And I back Emery. You know I back Emery. You know I back the owners. And I think we can do it. So this sets out to me as a player here who I feel like we need to go out and get. And it's Pau Torres. Why do I feel like he could come to Villa? Well, you'd look at the Unai Emery link to start with and you'd think, okay, they're 2 and 2. They've worked together. What I would say is going to go in our favour is Pau Torres would look at the Premier League and think, love it, yes. Then he'd look at Unai Emery and think, I've worked with him before. I know inside out what Unai Emery's like. Do I back Unai Emery at Aston Villa to win trophies and to get them into Europe? And his opinion, I can categorically probably say, he would say yes, having worked with him and knowing what he does. So I think we've got a big, big opportunity here of getting Pau Torres. We know he's got a release clause of 45 to 55 million pounds as well. We know he's been linked with all the biggest clubs in Europe. And some of you will be thinking, well, why is he going to come to Villa? Well, looking at things like that in the past, fans have been proved wrong because we've gone out and we signed Coutinho. No one thought we'd get Coutinho. No one thought we'd be able to go and get Unai Emery. And these owners are now looking at it in a different way. I think they've had Villa and they've allowed a sense of mediocrity to just seep through the club. Plodding along's been all right. Losing has been a culture that has just been accepted at Villa from the players and the fans. You know, you talk to most fans and we, as a fan base, we're not that optimistic. We're not that optimistic, and we always revert back to sort of like the doom and gloom stuff because we've never really had that sense of expectation and belief. So I think that mindset is going to totally change. So, I mean, Pau Torres would be an unbelievable centre-back for Aston Villa. Absolutely sublime. So let's have a little look at the stats of Pau Torres in Transfer Hub fashion. So, Pau Torres, 25 years of age, absolute prime career age. Is a player value of 45 to 55 million pounds with the release clause. His defending is 74, tactical 71, technical 59. I don't know who's done those parts of the stats, but yeah. Villarreal, for the majority of his career, went to Malaga on loan and then ended his loan and went back to Villarreal. His strengths are his ground duels and his ball control. So for score rating, over the last 12 months, 7.01. Absolutely love it. In La Liga this season, he has a SOFA score rating of 6.98. And then he's played 13 matches this season. He's played 90 minutes in every single one. Team of the week once. Touches per game, 69. Big chances created, 1. Accuracy per game of his passing is 87%. In his own half, 93%. Ball playing centre-back. You know, if his accuracy in his own half is 93%, he is super comfortable playing the ball out from the back. In the opposition half, 78%. Accuracy of long balls, 62%. He's defending clean sheets out of 13 games, 6. He has tackles per game, 0.7. Clearances per game, 4. Successful dribbles, 64%. Total duels won at 50%. Ground duels won 57%. So 57% of his ground duels he is winning. An absolute monster, and 44% in aerial duels. And in the Champions League, he had a SOFA score rating of 7 last season as well. So a little bit about Pau Torres. What's he good at? Ball control is absolutely sublime. Absolutely sublime. He's turning on the ball. He loves a little dummy. For how tall he is as well, he's really, really agile. He's dribbling. He's really, really good. He's got super, super quick feet. And he's got a football brain. He reads the game really, really well. He's got an absolute beauty of a pass on him. His vision is really, really good. He's technical. He's got a calmness on the ball as well, which is really good. He plays the game. He looks like he's in slow motion when he's got the ball because everything seems to slow down and he's just that calm. His one-on-one is absolutely brilliant. He's defending of those. And his one-on-one tackle is brilliant as well. He's got an awesome standing tackle. He's got this standing tackle where he plants his one foot and his whole body just takes the whole power of his tackle. And I just love the way he does that. His recoveries are very, very good as well. He reads the game so well, and he attacks corners and set pieces. Love it. That's what we need from a centre-back. So I just thought I'd do an episode based on a player that I feel could have a massive, massive impact on Aston Villa, and just a direction of that player coming in who can be with us for 4-5 seasons and go on a massive journey with us, and we build the team around them. That's what I'm after. That's what I'm looking for. So I just think he'd be a fantastic signing for Aston Villa, and one that would improve us dramatically improve us. A little bit like the Boubacar Kamara thing, you know, we've sort of got that mainstay CDM in a double pivot that's going to stick around for 3 or 4 years now. Build the team around him, and you can start to see a spine and a strength coming through that team. This Villa team is going to look completely different in a year's time once Unai Emery has got the personnel that he needs to achieve the goals that he wants, that he set himself to win a trophy, to get Villa into Europe. So for me, I'd break the bank. I'd absolutely break the bank and go and get Pau Torres at Aston Villa. So I've hoped you've liked this episode. Just a little bit of a scouting one for me, but you know, a lot of you have been mentioning him. So drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Up the Villa.